Step inside the world's most coveted interiors, and you'll notice something startling: they aren't perfect. While the world chases clinical, staged perfection, the Parisians have mastered a far more seductive art. It's the philosophy of Sais, Quoi, a deliberate rejection of the sterile in favor of the soulful. Today, we deconstruct the myth of the perfect home and explore why nonchalance is the ultimate luxury. Stop decorating, it is time to start curating. The journey begins at the limestone threshold of a Haussmannian masterpiece. Look closely at the wrought iron. It isn't pristine, it bears the graceful patina of time. In Parisian design, luxury is found in the dialogue between the grand and the weathered. We often mistake new for nice, but a home without a history is just a showroom. True elegance starts with an architecture that breathes, where ivy grows untamed and the windows suggest a life lived fully within. The Parisian living room is an act of rebellion against the catalog look. Here, symmetry is sacrificed for soul. A Louis XIV fireplace stands proud, but instead of a centered mirror, we find a massive contemporary canvas leaning casually against the boirie. It's the art of nonchalance, the idea that beauty shouldn't try too hard. When you stop obsessing over the right spot for an object, you allow the room to find its own rhythm through curated imperfection. In the master bedroom, the staged look dies. Luxury is a charcoal linen sheet, naturally wrinkled and inviting, rather than a stiff, hospital-pressed duvet. A gilded mirror rests on the floor, reflecting the soft chaos of a cashmere throw tossed aside. This isn't mess, it's intimacy. By removing the pressure of perfection, the bedroom becomes a sanctuary of authenticity. It tells the story of a morning enjoyed, not a room prepared for a photo shoot that never happens. A Parisian kitchen is not a laboratory, it is a chef's atelier. We see marble counters stained slightly by wine and lemon, marks of a life well tasted. Copper pots hang within reach, and a crusty baguette sits on a wooden block amidst a dusting of flour. The mistake of perfect design is hiding the utility. By displaying the tools of the craft, the kitchen feels warm and operational. It invites you to cook, to linger, and to celebrate the beautiful mess of a Sunday feast. Perched above the grandeur is the mezzanine library, a cathedral of paper and ink. Here, books aren't color-coded by a decorator, they are stacked by the hand of a reader. The nonchalance here is intellectual. A worn leather chair sits in a pool of light, surrounded by a mountain of journals. It's a space that prioritizes the mind over the grid. In the pursuit of a perfect home, never forget to leave room for the beautiful clutter of your own curiosity. The bathroom should never feel like a cold, tiled box. In our Parisian model, black and white marble creates a high-contrast stage for a freestanding tub. There is a specific wit in placing an antique wooden stool next to high-end fixtures. It breaks the set and adds a human touch. Lighting is moody, not clinical, turning a daily routine into a cinematic ritual. True luxury is having a space that feels like it has evolved over decades, not ordered from a brochure. The front yard, or cour d'honneur, is where the city's pulse slows down. Cobblestones aren't perfectly leveled, and that's the point. The Sais Quoi of a Parisian entryway lies in its effortless transition from the public to the private. A vintage bicycle leans against a teal door, and shadows play across the mossy walls. It's a reminder that the entrance to your home should feel like a deep breath, an unforced welcome into a world that values character over polish. On the rooftop, the design reaches its most philosophical peak. Under the vast Parisian sky, a simple bistro table and mismatched chairs create a space for dreaming. There is no heavy landscaping, just the nonchalance of potted lavender and the horizon of zinc. The mistake many make is over-furnishing outdoor spaces. Here, the emptiness is the luxury. It provides a frame for the city itself, proving that sometimes, the best design is knowing when to stop. The working room is where effortless elegance meets productivity. It is a controlled explosion of creativity, sketches pinned to walls, fabric swatches overlapping, and a desk that looks used. A perfect office is often too sterile to inspire. By allowing the workspace to look lived in, we remove the friction of starting. The Parisian knows that a bit of visual noise can spark the greatest ideas. It's about creating a nest for the ego to rest and the imagination to play. Hidden behind the limestone is the backyard, a green whisper in a stone city. It's not a manicured lawn, it's a romantic tangle of ivy and wild roses. A weathered table stands ready for a glass of burgundy, draped in a simple linen runner. This is the nonchalance of nature. When we try to control every leaf, we lose the magic. The Parisian backyard teaches us that the most beautiful environments are those that appear to have happened entirely by happy accident. In the end, a home is not a museum, it is the stage for your life. The Parisian secret, that elusive Sais Quoi, is simply the courage to be authentic. When you stop chasing perfection, you finally leave room for beauty to move in. So, Tilt that painting, leave the book open, and let your home breathe. True luxury isn't about what you buy, it's about how you live.